government's working. You ain't never seen them in person. Do you really think that you're the only person that sees the sites you're searching? See, I'm flicking channels, just surfing. Cause I heard we about to start murking. I changed the channel to the news channel. What the hell they talking about twerking?
So our question today comes from our friend, we'll call him RH. I don't like to say full names on his channel, and it looks like his YouTube name here is his name, so we'll just call him RH. We'll initial it. I wonder if he has RH negative blood. But anyway, his question here states, do an episode, not really a question, more of a request, but it says, do an episode on John G. Trump, Tesla, and the last little piece of Donald Trump's inauguration speech. Great request and some great dots for us to connect here. So let's begin first by talking about John G. Trump. Who is that? So John G. Trump is actually Donald Trump's uncle, often called his nuclear uncle because John G. Trump was a professor of nuclear engineering at MIT, actually. So that's who John G. Trump is. And Tesla, next part of the question request, Tesla. How does Nikola Tesla fit into the picture here between the Trump family? So, as we know, when Nikola Tesla died in 1943, the FBI swooped on in and grabbed a bunch of his papers from his apartment in New York. Many of them never to be seen again. A lot of his work lost into the wind. But little do a lot of people know, John G. Trump was actually one of those folks who came in and grabbed Nikola Tesla's papers. Yes, and John G. Trump actually said after these papers were swiped, I'm kind of paraphrasing here, I don't have the quote in front of me, but he basically said much of what Tesla was working on was all speculative, philosophical, and none of it was really practical science. So basically, unfortunately, what John G. Trump was doing was fronting. He was lying. He was telling us that what Nikola Tesla was working on was just a bunch of speculatory pseudoscience. So there's that. But now let's go into that last little thing, the last little piece of Donald Trump's inauguration speech, right? Fast forward 60, 70 years after John G. Trump swooped up Nikola Tesla's papers and then lied to the public about it. So how does this inauguration address fit into this picture? I want to offer you guys this one little sentence that was near the end, right? That last little piece of his inauguration address. And when I was watching his inauguration address on TV back in January, this part of his speech stood out instantly to me. And I knew there was some serious doublespeak going on with this. And what Donald Trump said was, "We stand at the birth of a new millennium, ready to unlock the mysteries of space, to free the earth from the miseries of disease, and to harness the energies, industries, and technologies of tomorrow." Wow, right? Digest that really quick. Mysteries of space, free the earth from disease, and to harness the energies and technologies of tomorrow. What does that sound like? Here's the thing, right? A lot of people call Donald Trump stupid. They call him an idiot, right? You're not going to be able to build a net worth of $1 billion plus by being stupid. Now, of course, Donald Trump has a lot of his unique character traits, as we all do, but he's not an idiot. And let's take that, let's use some context clues around what he said in his address there. He's talking about the mysteries of space and the energies and technologies of tomorrow. So let's ask ourselves this question. What does Donald Trump really know, right? Does he know about what's really going on in these unacknowledged special access projects, in these black programs, right? Does he know what's really out there? Maybe, very well could be the case. Now, we don't know for a fact an absolute truth of what Donald Trump knows or has been briefed on, but again, we can use these context clues. John G. Trump took Tesla's papers. very well could be the case that Donald Trump was briefed, not even by a member of the military, but maybe one of his own family members, about the reality of free energy and secret space program sciences and whatnot. Maybe he was briefed by one of the many people around him, right? He's got a lot of naval admirals, a lot of people in the military who has been supporting him, and we know Donald Trump is up against this deep state group. So it could very well be the case. Let's just look at the fact of what his family was doing. Let's look at the context clues and the doublespeak behind what he was saying here. I think, it's of my opinion that Donald Trump does know. He might not know everything. He might not know every single unknown knowledge project out there, but I do think that he has been briefed about this stuff being very possible. And I do think he's been briefed that the deep state is hiding it and has been keeping it and suppressing it from humanity. Now, of course, 8 months into his presidency now, we're definitely still waiting for that mass disclosure to happen. But here's the point. That deep state that we were talking about is dirty, and they're a lot more nefarious. They've infiltrated a lot more into the government and politics and corporations themselves than many people realize. It's deep, folks. So this stuff isn't going to come out overnight. And we also need to prep the consciousness of a lot of people in this country for them to be able to take these truths seriously, let alone handle them, right? And I think we're getting there. I think we're very close. But the point that I wanted to make in this video is, let's take a look at what Donald Trump could very well know. He's not an idiot. And he could know a lot more than a lot of people realize. And let's just take reality into our field here, into the picture. Disclosing all this stuff isn't going to happen overnight, but I do think it's happening, it's coming, right? We can help that process along by finding the courage to talk about these things, by exposing the truth to whoever wants to listen. But we also have to keep in mind that we can't let Donald Trump save us. He's not going to be a savior being. There's always the talk of controlled opposition, yada, 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 right? I've thought of that before and I've pondered that idea. I don't necessarily resonate with that too much. But controlled opposition or not, right? We can usher in that full disclosure ourselves by talking about this stuff, by sharing it, by giving no shits what our friends and family think and speaking the truth, speaking our truths that we've come to find, right? All of this conspiracy information. And then Donald Trump, who probably does know a lot of this stuff, will have a much easier time bringing that out to humanity. Peace.